In this video I'm going to show you some mitts, downfield mitts suitable for mountaineering and summiting Aconcagua. Now Aconcagua is known for having severe wind chill problems and they really do make a difference on this mountain. So daytime temperatures typically are recorded of about -15, but with severe wind chill problems, very high wind chill problems, you really need to pay attention to things like your mitts. I'm going to show you 3 different pairs of downfield insulated mitts, and really as they get warmer they get heavier. Everyone has different experiences with their hands. Some people really feel the cold, others are less vulnerable to that problem. So choose the mitts based on your own personal experience. I'll just show you a range of mitts that are all suitable for Aconcagua. I'm going to start with the lightest, and that's a pair of downfield mitts called Mera mitts. You can see they've got a huge amount of loft in them, but they're very lightweight. They compress down very small because they don't have a huge amount of features. They're just completely focused really on getting maximum warmth to weight performance that you can get. Now these mitts are made in a robust fabric with a proofing on it on the underside, and one of the important features of all our mitts is what we call the idiot loop. That's tongue-in-cheek really, but the idiot loop is there to prevent the loss of the mitts. I remember a guy contacted me after he lost his mitts on Elbrus, and he really had trouble then. Again, another cold mountain with a very broad-backed plateau, and the winds can be very bad, the wind chill can be bad, and he'd lost a pair of these actually, Mera mitts. And after that we decided to put, because they're so light, aren't they, you know, they can blow away, put them down, like I've put one down on the floor here. It wouldn't take a lot for them to be lost on a mountain. So we've got the idiot loops, which are detachable. They're on a little loop on the mitt, but they can be removed if you don't want them. But they're very simple and they work very easily. They've just got a cord slider on them, a rubber slider. You put your hand in at the top, slide the collar up to your wrist, and then your whole hand goes inside the mitt. It's very comfortable, but of course if you want to take the mitts off for doing something where you need a bit more use of your fingers, you can just take the mitt off and drop it. It isn't going to be lost. That's the key thing. You can't lose it then, and when you need it, it's straight back in. Of course, mitts are a heck of a lot warmer than gloves. You lose some dexterity with mitts, but they are tons warmer, and that's because your fingers are all together. They're warming each other up effectively, so they're a lot more insulation. And of course, if you look at the loft in that mitt, if you look at the wadding, it's hard to do that with a glove. So they really are the answer to real proper warmth on your hands. So that's the Mera mitts, very lightweight, very compressible, but suitable for Aconcagua. I'm going to go up a weight and warmth, and that's our Xero mitts. Now these are a technical mitt. They're suitable for high altitude mountaineering, 6,000, 7,000 and 8,000 meter peaks. A lot of people summit Everest in these mitts. They're much more technical, they're warmer, but they're also more, they've got a more technical build. There's more features involved in them. I'll run through them. First of all, you've got the idiot loop, so it can't be lost. In goes your hand, and we've got several things here. First of all, the shape of them, they're pre-bent. You can see there's a curve in there already, and that's to assist. You're getting into a heavier build here, so that is to assist with holding things like your Jumar or your trekking poles or anything like that, ice axe and so on. It gives you that just a little bit more comfort in holding things like that, a ski pole and things like that. So first of all, we've got that shape. The next thing we've got wrist straps at the wrist there to be able to lock it down and get a little bit more comfort and permanence, make sure it isn't moving, that your hand isn't coming out. And on the end of the mitt we've got an adjustable top to the mitt there, or end to the mitt, cuff there, and that's to seal out snow, to stop any chance of cold air and snow getting inside the mitt. And then finally we've got this thing here, this fleece backing on the mitt, and that is actually a nose wipe. You know how when it's much colder, especially in windy weather, your nose starts running, and if you were going to wipe your nose, if you were just going to alleviate that nuisance and wipe it on nylon, very quickly you get a sore nose. So the fleece backing on the top there is just to wipe your nose and stop it getting sore. Okay, so they're a lightweight, very high altitude mitt, the Xero. And finally we've got the Amiga mitts. Now these are the top range of mitts that we make. They're the heaviest mitts, of course, but they're also the warmest, and if you get very cold hands, it's worth looking at these. The difference, these are built like the Xero, so again we've got the idiot loop on the end, which is removable, but I would advise you keep it on. You've got a wrist strap, you've got a cord lock on the hem there or on the cuff, you've got a pre-bent shape, but these are warmer, there's more down in them. And the other thing which is unique about these mitts is that they've got taped seams. The main body of the mitt is, all the seams are taped to make them waterproof. So if you do get into conditions of wetness, that will stop water getting into the down. It's unlikely on Aconcagua because it's a cold, dry climate up there, but in some scenarios, in polar expeditions and some climbing situations, it pays to have a slightly more robust outer cover and for it to be waterproof taped. So it's got a waterproof shell on the top of it, that's what I'm saying. So those are the three mitts, the Xero, the Mera mitt, the Xero mitt and the Amiga. If you really have cold hands, if you suffer from cold hands, it's not overkill to take the Amigas. If you are going very lightweight and you don't suffer, you know, if you're the hardy type and your hands generally don't feel cold, the Mera mitt is superb. You still need a mitt. You've got to take a mitt on Aconcagua. It really has severe trouble with wind chill problems, which are a severe risk to your well-being. So the Mera mitt's the lighter end, and the one in the middle is the Xero. It's a very lightweight, high-altitude expedition mitt. It's the one I would take. It's got the technical features that are needed at high altitudes, but it's also built very lightweight and of course packable. So the Xero mitt is the recommended out of the three, but they're all suitable. Take your pick. All right, cheers.